In this video, I'm going to try to simplify SEO, search engine optimization for smaller businesses. So if you're a business owner looking how to implement SEO into your marketing strategy, stay tuned. Hey guys, Alex here from Brilliant Digital. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing. We create educational content and videos helping business owners to get more out of their websites and leverage digital marketing in their business. So what exactly is SEO? SEO stands for search engine optimization. And one thing that SEO it's not a thing. It's not something that you just install into your website through a click of a button. As the name suggests, search engine optimization, SEO it's a process of optimizing your content, your website, your videos to make it easier for Google to understand what it's all about so it can rank you in search engines accordingly. Now, there are two different types of SEO. The first one is on-page SEO. So basically, this is what you do on your website. Website performance plays a big role in that. Google doesn't really want to show a website to someone if it takes 5-10 seconds to load. So the faster your website performance is, the better. Another very critical factor when it comes to on-page SEO is mobile optimization, right? You want a website that is mobile friendly. The whole idea is that Google wants to provide users with a good customer experience. And if the users go to your website and your website is not mobile optimized and they have to kind of pinch and scroll through to read all the text, that is not a good user experience. So recently, actually in the last few years or so, Google has even started penalizing websites that are not mobile optimized. And I think about 1 or 2 years ago has also started ranking websites based on how well they are optimized on mobile. That's something called mobile indexing first. So you do want to make sure that your website is mobile friendly, mobile responsive. The other thing when it comes to on-page SEO, and probably the most important one, is keyword research, right? Now, there are hundreds of factors that Google takes into account when it ranks your website, when it decides to rank your website on Google, but keyword research plays a big role in it. Why? Well, purely because you want to create content that people are searching for. You can be the best at what you do. If people don't know about you, you're not going to get any clients. Same principle it applies here. If we create a piece of content, if we create an article, if we create a website, but you're not focusing on the right keywords that people are searching for, they will not find you. That's why keyword research is a very, very important aspect when it comes to on-page SEO. The way you should think about it is the fact that it's not your website that ranks in Google, it's actually each individual page. So you want to have a look at each individual page of your website and think about it. What exactly would you want to rank it for? You can't have one page that is going to rank for everything. So that's why I normally suggest instead of having just one service page, I suggest splitting that to multiple service pages based on the different services that you're actually offering, because that way you'll have one page which covers the whole theme. So this is where you have to put yourself into the customer's position. What would you type in Google in order to find a business like yourself? So keyword research is a process, right? Once you've done that, that's when you have to take all that, everything you've discovered, and implement it into your website, implement it into your page, just to make sure you're sending the right signals to Google that you want to rank for those specific keywords. So without a doubt, on-page SEO, it's very, very important. However, in my opinion, this normally accounts for about 30% of the overall SEO process, overall SEO optimization that we can do. So the first one was on-page SEO, and the second one, which is even more important, this is off-page SEO. So what exactly does that mean? Well, whilst with the first one was more about what you do on the website, with this one is what you do outside your website, what's happening outside. Now, Google is clever enough to see that you're active on your social media. Google is clever enough to see your reviews through other reviews platform like Trustpilot, or even your reviews on Facebook. So pretty much anything. But one of those important parts is backlinks. So backlinks play a big, big role when it comes to off-page optimization. The way you should think about it is, let's say you are in a conference, right? And you have 100 people looking at one single person. You know that person is important, right? That's exactly what Google looks at. So the more backlinks you have going back to your website, the more Google will think that you're important and obviously will rank you accordingly. So what exactly is a backlink? Well, it's exactly what it says. It's a link going back to your website. For example, if you might be sponsoring a charity, right? And through the sponsorship, they might ask you for your logo because they want to put it on their website so they can put a link back to your website. There we go. That's a backlink. I'm sure you have a Facebook page, right? On your Facebook page, when you've completed your profile, at some stage, they asked you for your website, right? So the moment you've put your website, the moment you've clicked that save change and you looked at your profile, you will see a link that when you click on it, it goes back to your website. That's another backlink. And the third one is, let's say someone is writing an article and part of their research process, they stumble across your website. Perhaps on your website you have a really interesting article and they have decided to mention that article, so your article, in their copy, right? So when they do that, obviously they are including a link, which again, the link goes back to your website. Again, that's another backlink. We've established backlinks are important. However, you always have to look at the quality versus quantity, right? Don't focus on the quantity. Yes, the more links you have, the better. However, in the same time, Google puts a lot of emphasis on the quality of the link. So what does that mean? Well, let's say if someone just created a new website today and people have thought about it, they thought, oh, okay, so if I need more backlinks, how can I make them? Well, let me just create a new website and link it back to me. That's not going to work because that website newly created doesn't really have any SEO power and any SEO juice. However, in the same time, if you take a high profile website like CNN, if they link to you, that's when Google is going to think, okay, so if CNN links to these guys, surely they must be quite important, right? So that's when they link, a bit of that SEO juice is transferred into you. And that's how, again, you signal Google to rank you accordingly. That's why you want to focus on the quality, not the quantity. So how exactly do you get backlinks? Well, the first example is, as I mentioned earlier, have a look into your area, see if there's anything you can sponsor. Most likely when you sponsor someone, part of their sponsorship package, they're going to allow you to put your logo on their website, and that will also include the link back to you. Now, the second one is, and this is probably the first thing I would do with any kind of business. If you just launched a new business or if you have an existing business, let's say you've launched a website, what you want to do is to register with different online directories. Now, the first one being Google My Business. Now, if you're not sure what Google My Business is, I will put a link in the description below with a tutorial on how to set up a profile with that. But basically, you want to list your website in as many online directories as possible. So same as like in the old days, you had Yellow Pages. That's exactly what it is, but it's online. Every single one of those directories, you'll have to complete your profile with your business details, phone number, contact details, address, and everything else. But again, part of that, one of the fields you'll have to complete is your website address. So the moment you hit publish, there you go. That's another backlink going to your website. Now, some of these backlinks, they are not as powerful as the next example I'm going to show you, but they are a very good starter package for any business that's just starting out. Or perhaps if you haven't done this already, this is a good starting point. And the last one, and this is probably the most important one, is to find guest posting opportunities. So what does that mean? Well, if you have a content marketing strategy for your business, so you're posting articles on your website, think about not posting all of them on your website. Because at the end of the day, if you're just starting out, yes, content is good. However, if people can't find you, no one is going to read your content. So try to split that. Post a few articles on your website, but then save a few articles and try to find other websites that share a similar audience with you and approach them, ask them and tell them, hey, look, I have an article which might benefit your audience. Would you consider posting it on your website? People like this, they are always looking for new, fresh content. So it's worth asking, because once that content has been posted, most likely inside that article, you're going to have a link going back to your website. And those kind of like link opportunities are even more important and more powerful rather than just registering your business through some local directories. Why is that? Well, because Google can see that through those online directories, you have hundreds or thousands of people registering their own business as well. So Google can see that those kind of websites have a lot of external links, so links from them coming to all sorts of people. Whilst with online article is different. You'll have probably one page with one or very few links going externally. So one of them could be a backlink going back to your website. So that's basically in a nutshell what guest posting is. So instead of posting that additional content on your website, think about posting it somewhere else, because number one, you're going to get the backlink opportunities, but number two, you're tapping into their audience, into their visitors. So that's going to matter even more. That's it for me for this video. If you have enjoyed the video, click that like button and click on the subscribe button below to be notified when we release more videos just like this one. I'm Alex from Brilliant Digital. I'll see you in our next video.